Hello, and welcome to the North House Collective. If you're here, you're coming home to yourself. My name is Savannah, and I may have a timeless reading for you. I lit this candle. I was drawn to using candles today for readings, or just fire energy in general, so that might be applicable to you. And I think it is in this reading. I've already pulled a few cards. It's the energy of passion that's waning. I've been battling my phone storage for the past hour and it just died right now. But that is kind of what we're talking about here. Going after your dreams is hard. Because you get to a point when you are working very hard, where you're putting in the work, where you're trying your best, and the immediacy of the results is just not there, and it does get exhausting, right? You realize that the path that you chose to embark on, the way that you're going about this journey in order to get emotional fulfillment is not actually what it's gonna be. What does that mean? My words are a little lit right now. Whatever path you're on, it's not gonna fulfill you in the way that you think. And that's not to say that it's not the right path or you shouldn't go after your dreams. It's that it's going to teach you that your emotional capacity is so much more layered than you thought, right? You're also, well, it's not the cookie cutter dreams that you thought it was going to be. You are walking away from a lot of negative patterns. You are emptying a lot of cups that didn't taste right. Because at the end of the day, you do have this Queen of Cups energy. You do know how to abundantly give. And the fact of the matter is, you can't stay inside anymore. You can't go back. Something for me is I consider myself spiritual, but I do witchy things, right? But largely I do consider myself spiritual. I don't adhere to a religion. However, I do find myself jealous of people that do adhere to a religion because they have a sense of community that I feel like I'm lacking. However, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna go join a religion because I know I can't go back, right? I already did all the introspection that I needed about this, or at least enough for me to decide, yeah, structured religion is not for me. And so there's this sense that you can't go back to the way you were thinking before. It's not possible. However, all that work you put into figuring out who you are, figuring out what you want, maybe you even argued with a few people about it, it is leading you on your correct path of passion. The thing about being a creator, right? It's a lifelong journey. You're not gonna wake up every single day and be like, okay, I'm gonna go make that content. Okay, I'm gonna go write that book. Okay, I'm gonna go do this, this, and this. It's not always gonna feel like that beautiful, brilliant spark. However, if you don't do it at all, you're never gonna feel that spark at all. You know what I mean? And that's where Spirit is urging me to tell you, you're not always going to be lucky. You're not always going to have the best ideas. This is King of Swords in reverse. This is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. What you are going to have is stolen ideas. I'm just kidding. Well, you are going to have yourself, right? There's always going to be something you're looking towards. even if you were to be like, and this is what I'm drawn to here, they have a bunch of swords and they're looking to the swords. You have a curious energy about you. And that's a big reason why, oh, my ears are ringing. That's a big reason why you want to create. And maybe it's not even creation. It is something with divine femininity, so the internal world. Maybe it is spirituality or understanding what home means to you. There's always going to be something that you look at and you're like, ooh, that looks cool. I want to try it. Or, ooh, that looks like how I want to step into that energy more. And that is life. There's always going to be this part of you that wants something more, right? We have 9 of Swords. The universe meets us at the frequency at which we vibrate, right? And if we are vibrating in this idea of lack, of this idea of like, oh my gosh, I didn't post the best video today. Oh my gosh, I didn't show up as the best son or daughter or child, right? If we keep focusing on what we lack, instead of our strengths to get us better at what we lack, to build those skills so we don't feel like we're lacking anymore, we're going to be stuck in that energy, right? We're going to be stuck in that 9 of Swords, and Spirit is urging you to not ignore those feelings. You should purge, right? You should really feel that when it comes up, because every feeling does deserve to be honored. However, do not forget that the sun is always there for you. The sun is always going to rise, right? The moon. I pulled the moon. It goes back to why you create in the first place. Why do you want the things you want? For me, I say that it is to honor little Savannah. It's for my future children as well. Being a creator, it's to inspire others to be themselves and go after what they want. It's so many different things, and Spirit is urging you for whenever you feel lost to go to the moon, go to space, to go within yourself, to go into your internal world and really understand why you do the things that you do. This right here is, if you hear the talking in the background, it's my boyfriend having such a great time playing video games with his friend. Anyway, which is like, okay, honestly, transparency, I'm feeling really tired, a little frustrated that my storage isn't working. But it's things like that, like hearing my boyfriend be super happy in the other room, that brings me back to this idea of like, whoa, my life is so much more than this moment of frustration. It's so much more than this moment of feeling like I'm not creating at my best, you know? What I was gonna say, the candle's all flickering like, hey, don't forget about me. I will never. This is Nyx. She is the goddess of night, the goddess of unknown. With the moon here, Spirit is urging you to do some research about her. She may be calling to you. Pay attention to your dreams as well. What else? 6 of Cups. When in doubt, sit in that energy of kindness. Sit in that energy of generosity. All right. That's my little reading for you today, my friend. If you would like a personal reading with me, the information is at the end of the video. As always, I'm sending you a whole lot of love and a whole lot of light.